So what happens when a Bitcoin miner sitting on a mountain of cheap green energy decides to jump headfirst into the AI gold rush? Well, today, we're diving into a stock that did just that. And the result, a staggering 570% surge, all fueled by a nearly $10 billion mega deal with Microsoft. So the big question is this the next AI giant in the making, or is it a bubble just waiting to pop? Let's break down IRES Energy.
All right, welcome to Value Vest Daily. The company we're talking about is IRES Energy, ticker symbol IREN. Now, for a while, they were kind of a niche player, doing their thing in the crypto space. But their recent performance has made them absolutely impossible to ignore. We're talking about a truly explosive move that has Wall Street turning its head.
Just look at this number. In the last year, the stock is up over 570%. I mean, come on. Gains like this, they force you to pay attention, because behind a number that big is either a world-changing company or a very dangerous bubble. And our job today is to figure out which one it is.
So what's really going on here? What's the fuel for this incredible fire? Is it just leftover crypto hype, or is there a deep, fundamental shift happening inside this company that actually justifies this kind of massive surge? Let's dig in.
Okay, it all starts here. IRES Energy began its life as a Bitcoin mining company, but it has rapidly, and I mean rapidly, transformed itself. This story isn't just about mining crypto anymore. This is a story about a company becoming a critical piece of the infrastructure for tomorrow's technology. And to really get what's happening, you have to understand their core advantage, their moat. In business, a moat is that sustainable edge that protects you from competitors. And let me tell you, IRES Energy has a truly powerful one. It's almost an unfair advantage. Here's the difference in a nutshell. You've got your traditional data centers, right? They're stuck paying really high prices for grid power, mostly from fossil fuels. But IREN, they built their entire business on cheap, 100% renewable energy. This is not just a massive cost advantage. In a world that's screaming for sustainable solutions, this makes them the perfect green partner.
Think of the AI boom like a new gold rush. Everybody is scrambling, buying their power, which are their tools, at super expensive market rates. But IRES Energy, with its access to low-cost renewable energy, they essentially own the river that all the gold is in. It's a structural advantage that is incredibly difficult for anyone else to copy.
So, with this incredible energy advantage as their foundation, they made a game-changing pivot. They jumped right into artificial intelligence, and it has been pure rocket fuel for the stock. Let's take a look at just how fast this all happened.
The speed here is just staggering. In April of this year, their AI data center went live. By September, just a few months later, they were already a preferred partner with NVIDIA, the king of AI chips. And then, just this month, the big one landed.
A 5-year GPU cloud computing deal with Microsoft, and it's valued at nearly $10 billion. This one single deal validates their entire AI strategy. It secures almost $2 billion in annual recurring revenue, and overnight, it catapulted IREN into the big leagues. Okay, so the story is amazing, right? But the numbers have to back it up. So the crucial question is, does the data actually support the hype? Let's run through the key metrics, because the data here is just as explosive as the story. In the first quarter, year-over-year revenue growth was a mind-blowing 355%. We are seeing revenue leap from about $52 million to over $240 million. This is the real, tangible result of their pivot paying off, and it's happening right now.
And it's not just about sales. Get this. They flipped a $51 million loss into a $384 million profit. On top of that, their adjusted EBITDA, which is a great way to see a company's real cash flow, it went from a negative $18 million to a positive $92 million. And even after this massive run-up, its PE ratio, a simple valuation metric, is still attractive compared to its peers, and earnings are projected to grow over 60% annually.
So who's buying this thing? Well, the smart money is about half the company is owned by institutions. We're talking about giants like BlackRock and Van Eck. In just the last year, we've seen nearly 200 new institutional buyers jump in. That, my friends, is a massive vote of confidence.
And if you look at the technical charts, they're telling the exact same bullish story. The price is trading way above all its key moving averages. That's a classic sign of a strong trend across short, medium, and long term. The daily signals are just overwhelmingly positive. Momentum is clearly pointing up.
Now, for you traders out there, the key levels are pretty clear. There's a nice, strong support zone right around $61, and the overhead resistance to watch is that recent high of $80 and above. A clean break above 80 could really signal the next major leg up.
All right, so we've seen the incredible story, we've seen the powerful data. Now let's look ahead. What are the analysts expecting from here? And, just as important, what are the potential risks we need to keep on our radar?
In the short term, so we're talking the next 6 to 12 months, the bullish analysts are slopping price targets as high as $94 on the stock. That's all fueled by the incredible momentum from these massive AI contracts.
And if you look out a bit further, say over the next 3 years, the consensus bullish target is hanging around $140. Some of the more optimistic models even see it pushing $200. This implies there could still be a ton of upside from here.
But of course, let's be real. No investment is risk-free. First, we have to remember IREN's legacy business is still tied to the super volatile crypto market. Second, there's huge execution risk. I mean, scaling up their data centers this quickly is not easy. And they are facing stiff competition from giants. And finally, let's be honest, after a 570% run, the stock is definitely vulnerable to a short-term pullback.
So let's put it all together. What's the final takeaway? The investment thesis for IREN is this. You have a company with a powerful, unique competitive advantage. That low-cost green energy, they have brilliantly pivoted that advantage into the high-growth, high-margin AI sector. And that whole pivot has been validated by a nearly $10 billion deal with Microsoft. And on top of all that, it's backed by strong fundamentals and big money investors.
And as always, please remember this is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not a recommendation to buy or sell anything. Please be sure to do your own research before making any investment decisions.
If you found this breakdown viable, it would mean the world to us if you could help support the channel by hitting that like button and, of course, subscribing for more deep dives into the stocks that are shaping our future. Oh, and feel free to share this with someone you think needs to see it.
And finally, we really want to hear from you. What stock is on your radar? Is there a ticker you want us to break down next? Let us know in the comments below. We read all of them. Thanks for watching.